Good morning from the dismal niche rest area in Washington. Despite the name, this place greeted us with anything but dismal. As the first rays of sunlight spilled over the Columbia River, the sky lit up with shades of orange, pink, and gold. The calm water mirrored the colors perfectly, a magical way to start the day. We took a moment to soak it all in the quiet, the cool breeze, and that feeling you only get when the day holds the promise of adventure. As the horizon slowly lit up, the sky transformed into a masterpiece of warm, golden hues. Wisps of clouds caught the early light, glowing in soft pinks and oranges. The river below looked like liquid glass, calm and still, gently reflecting the colors above. You could see the mist rising off the water, dancing in the cool morning air, and for a few quiet minutes, it felt like time paused. No cars, no noise, just us, the river, and the sky. It's in moments like these where nature speaks the loudest, without saying a word. If you've never watched the sun rise over the Columbia, add it to your list. It's pure magic. After enjoying the sunrise, we hit the road again. Destination: Cape Disappointment State Park. Yep, another name that doesn't do the place justice. We reached the campground and set up a cozy little spot. The tall evergreens swayed gently, and the ocean wasn't too far off. We took a little rest, let the cool air wake us up fully, and got to work preparing our lunch. We decided to cook one of our favorite traditional dishes, simple ingredients, but full of comfort and memories. As the spices hit the pan and the aroma began to rise, it felt like home was right there in the middle of the forest. The scent of sizzling onions, warm spices, and fresh herbs drifted through the cool coastal air, teasing our senses and making our mouths water even before the food was ready. Out here, surrounded by nature, every flavor feels richer, every bite more satisfying. And let's be honest, the smell alone made us twice as hungry. With full stomachs and excited hearts, we left the campground and headed for Astoria. To get there, we crossed the iconic Astoria-Megler Bridge, a massive steel structure stretching over 4 miles, connecting Washington to Oregon. The Astoria-Megler Bridge isn't just a road, it's a piece of history stretching across the Columbia River. Completed in 1966, this steel giant is the longest continuous truss bridge in North America. It was the final piece of U.S. Route 101 to be connected from Canada to Mexico. Before this bridge existed, cars had to cross by ferry, a slow and weather-dependent trip. Today, it stands as a symbol of connection between two states and offers one of the most scenic drives in the Pacific Northwest. Crossing it feels like gliding over a ribbon of water, with panoramic views in every direction. Driving across felt like gliding above the river. On one side, endless blue water, on the other, the silhouette of Astoria growing closer. A true Pacific Northwest moment. Next stop, Young's River Falls, a hidden gem tucked into the forest, just outside Astoria. The moment we arrived, we were greeted by the soothing sound of water crashing into a crystal-clear pool. The falls cascade nearly 60 feet, surrounded by moss-covered rocks and tall trees that seemed to lean in, listening. Tucked away in the quiet woods just outside of Astoria, Young's River Falls is one of those places that feels like a secret. A wide curtain of water cascading nearly 60 feet over a rugged basalt cliff, tumbling into a crystal-clear pool below. Surrounding the forest stood tall and still, lush with moss-covered rocks, ferns, and towering evergreens that framed the scene like a painting. The air was cool and fresh, filled with the soft mist from the falls. Light streamed through the trees, casting a golden glow on the water. It's the kind of place that invites you to slow down, to sit, breathe, and just be. Time didn't matter here, just the sound of the waterfall, the whisper of the wind, and the peacefulness of nature doing its thing. We spent a while here, just watching, feeling the mist on our faces, and breathing in the fresh forest air. It's one of those places that makes you slow down, and appreciate. After that refreshing break at the falls, we made our way into Astoria town. The streets here have that old port town charm, with colorful buildings, maritime history, and the scent of salt in the air. But it's not just history that makes Astoria special, it's the soul of the place. The streets are lined with colorful Victorian homes perched on hillsides, giving you that postcard-perfect coastal view. Astoria isn't just a stop on the map, it's a town that feels like it's telling stories with every corner you turn. Nestled at the mouth of the Columbia River, it's the oldest American settlement west of the Rockies, founded way back in 1811. Maritime museums and murals bring life to the downtown, all set against the backdrop of the river and distant mountains. There's a certain quiet charm here, where fishing boats bob gently in the harbor, sea air fills your lungs, and friendly locals wave as you pass by. It's one of those towns where every street seems to hold a little adventure, whether it's a hidden alleyway coffee shop or a surprise view at the top of the hill. Astoria, sitting at the mouth of the Columbia River, is not just famous for its historic waterfront and scenic views, it's also known for its lively population of seals and sea lions. These marine mammals are often seen lounging on docks, buoys, and along the riverbanks. Their barking calls echo across the waterfront, creating a soundtrack that's unmistakably coastal. We took a slow drive through town, winding past quirky shops and vintage cafes, making our way to the famous Pier 39. And wow! Pier 39 did not disappoint. As we walked toward the edge, we heard them before we saw them, a group of seals splashing and playing in the water, barking at each other like they were having a serious debate. The pier stretched out into the Columbia River, giving us an open view of the horizon. And then came the sunset. Golden light spread across the water, turning everything it touched into a glowing masterpiece. The seals quieted down, the town lights flickered on, and for a moment, everything just stood still. Pure peace. As we stood at Pier 39, the sun began its descent, casting a golden glow over the Columbia River. The water sparkled like a field of diamonds, with gentle ripples catching every last bit of light. The sky turned into a canvas, soft oranges, fiery reds, and dusky purples blending into each other like a watercolor painting. The wooden planks beneath our feet felt warm, weathered by time and stories. Everything slowed down, the traffic, the wind, even our thoughts. It was one of those rare, perfect sunsets where you don't speak, because words can't quite match what your eyes are seeing, or what your heart is feeling. A beautiful reminder that the best moments are often the simplest ones, shared with nature, and sealed by golden light. As the sky faded into twilight, we made our way back to Cape Disappointment State Park. Back to the calm of the trees, the whisper of the ocean nearby, and the comfort of a day well spent. From sunrise at Dismal Niche to sunset at Pier 39, this day was anything but ordinary. And tomorrow? Who knows what beauty we'll find? Thanks for coming along for the ride. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. We've got more adventures on the way. See you in the next one.